What is the craziest or most unprofessional thing a teacher ever did when you were in school? I was in 8th grade, and we had this social studies teacher, Mrs. Grant. She was known around school for being pretty laid back when it came to homework. Most days, she either didn't assign any or assigned something light that no one really took seriously. For the most part, that made her class pretty chill compared to some of the others. One day, out of nowhere, she decided to assign actual homework. It was some kind of reading and a few questions that were supposed to prepare us for the next lesson. It wasn't a huge amount, but enough that if you didn't do it, you'd notice. Most of us honestly didn't bother. It wasn't her usual style, and besides, why bother when nobody else seemed to care? The next day, we all walked into class, and it was pretty clear almost no one had done the homework. There was this uneasy energy in the room. Mrs. Grant looked different that day, more tense, maybe frustrated, but still calm when she started the lesson. Then she asked for the homework. Nobody really moved. A couple of students mumbled that they hadn't done it. That's when things got crazy. She suddenly snapped. Not a little quiet annoyance or disappointment. She absolutely lost it. "Did you all do your math homework last night?" she yelled. The volume and intensity caught everyone off guard. "I bet you did your math homework. Didn't you? Didn't you?" Her voice cracked, and it was like the dam broke. She grabbed the overhead projector, this big clunky thing that sat on her desk, the kind with a bulb that projected onto the whiteboard. Without warning, she slammed it hard onto the floor. The whole thing shattered immediately. Pieces of glass, plastic, and metal scattered across the floor with a loud crash. For a moment, the entire class just sat there stunned. The noise echoed through the room. Some kids whispered to each other. The teacher was breathing hard, glaring at us like we had personally betrayed her. Then, without another word, she grabbed her bag, stormed out of the classroom, and slammed the door behind her. She didn't come back for the rest of the period. We sat there silent, unsure what to do. The room felt heavy with tension and confusion. Eventually, a few kids started whispering about what had just happened. Nobody really knew if she was coming back or if we should just leave. Some students tried to call the front office, but no one seemed to know where she had gone or what to do next. Our class was effectively canceled for that period. Word spread fast around school. Everyone was talking about Mrs. Grant's meltdown. Teachers whispered about it in the hallways. Students speculated wildly. Some said she was under a lot of stress at home. Others thought she had just snapped from years of frustration with the class. When she finally returned the next day, there was no mention of the incident. She acted like nothing had happened, assigned no more homework for the rest of the year, and kept things as easygoing as before. But that moment stuck with me. The way a teacher completely lost control over a relatively small issue. A broken overhead projector was nothing compared to the shock of watching someone who was supposed to be in charge suddenly explode and walk away mid-class. Years later, thinking back, I realized how unprofessional it was. Not just because she destroyed school property in front of us, but because of how she handled her frustration. It left a mark on all of us about how stressful teaching can get, but also about how far someone can fall when they're overwhelmed. That day in 8th grade, Mrs. Grant's meltdown was easily the craziest thing I ever saw a teacher do.